We just got the green lights to visit one of Switzerland's movement manufacturers. So buckle up, because this adventure is gonna kick into high gear. Welcome back, watch enthusiasts. I'm your host Danny. You might know me as WatchLX from Instagram. Before we begin with this week's adventure, let's do a quick wrist check. I'm wearing my Omega Speedmaster from 1992. I think it's a reference 145022. Tropical indices, the best. Okay, so what happened last week? I was away. I wasn't here on the tube last week because we visited a watch show in Vienna. We met some amazing people in the Austrian watch community. I really wanted to make more content from this watch show and do maybe like a vlog, but I was just too excited to talk with fellow watch enthusiasts. I wanted to go with the flow, you know? So here are some of the best watches from the Vienna Watch Fair. Now cut to the chase. Switzerland, STP and STC. We got a green light to dive into the heart of watchmaking brilliance. No restrictions. We were able to go into the movement factory of STP. You might know about Zodiac, a brand with a 140-year legacy, which has been part of the Swiss-made hallmark since its inception in 1882. From the first extra flat pocket watch in 1928 to the iconic Seawolf in 1953, Zodiac has been a pioneer in Swiss watchmaking. So why Zodiac, you might ask? In 2001, the Fossil Group acquired Zodiac, injecting new life into the brand. But it wasn't until 2012 that things really took off. The Fossil Group also acquired Swiss Technology Production, STP, and Swiss Technology Components, STC. STP was located in Ticino in the Italian part of Switzerland and was brought under one roof with STC in Glovilliers, inside the Valley of Watchmaking, which is just a stone's throw away from prestigious manufacturers like Cartier. So STP focuses on assembling and finishing movement parts, and STC handles everything from manufacturing cases to the complete assembly of watches. And guess what? Zodiac watches, including the iconic Super Seawolf, are born right here. So let's take a step inside the factory. We were allowed to enter the quality control and assembly halls, but not before putting on our static-free jackets and booties. Picture this: watchmakers crafting movements, CNC machines sculpting cases, and the assembly of many brands all under one roof. Zodiac's cases, main plates, bridges and rotors, they're all born right here.
We start the construction of the movement.
En fait, on prend les incablocs. Ce que je fais, moi, je travaille par plateau, c'est-à-dire je viens positionner toutes mes incablocs déjà en avance, et après, je viens les utiliser. Donc, je viens prendre ma platine comme ça.
Here we can see the Inca block shock protection system
On utilise
inserted.
spécialement.
Voilà.
Voilà. justement, on a commandé ces tasseaux parce que c'est des tasseaux assez spécifiques pour les incablocs.
Okay, you have also special,
Voilà,
special to the
pour
side.
pas venir écraser la lyre, tout ça, quoi.
Okay.
Parce qu'on n'avait pas vraiment...
And you can fix.
So another watchmaker was kind enough to show us how the balance
Et
wheel is
là, je
applied.
chauffe. Là.
Ok. Ça sert à quoi? Tu fais, ça sert à les mettre ensemble.
C'est les collés, voilà, que le balancier tienne sur le côte. Et regardez là, il faut l'écarter.
One bay of the large hall is dedicated to movement manufacturing and assembly. This is where the movements are hand assembled, but we also stumbled upon this robotic hand that regulates the movements by itself.
Und die Gang, der Repère und die Amplitude. Das ist elaboriert.
After the success of the 111, which was since updated and replaced by the more modern 121, STP kept innovating. The STP 212 introduced a power reserve indicator, and the STP 515 showcased a visible balance or open heart. Today, STP has over 17 movement configurations, including the newly added 720 GMT complication. One thing we noticed that everywhere we looked we saw Zodiac watches on the watchmaker's wrists. So I asked one of the workshop managers if we could see the other side of the hall where STC is, where the watches are assembled. And quite happily they said yes. Exploration to STP movements powering Zodiac watches, it is clear that watchmaking is changing. With the announcement of ETA, a major movement manufacturer in the industry, cutting the supply of movements to other brands outside of the Swatch Group, alternatives are very much needed. And STP steps up as a commendable choice here. STP, among giants like ETA and Celita, excels in Swiss-made quality. Despite being a younger company with only 17 movements in the portfolio as of 2023, STP shows promise. Their passion and openness to innovation positioned them as a dynamic force, and I would like to thank them and all the watchmakers that allowed to film us and told us about this beautiful art that they're doing there. I never thought, honestly, that so much of a movement is still manufactured by hand, and it is true, you've seen it. This is how movements are made in Switzerland. If you've enjoyed this horological journey, share your thoughts below. Your insights matter. Stay tuned for more watch adventures and hit subscribe. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning. Peace.